Welcome everyone in this new live development video about building an auto battle game. In this video, we're going to make two stat bar, one for the tooltip on the right and one for in-game. And we're going to make it so they have different colors based the nameplate. So the bars above the units, which we are going to call nameplate bars, are going to be of the color of the team color of the units. And the bar on the tooltip is going to be of the color of the stat. So it's going to be real easy to do this. If we duplicate the tooltip stat bar, we're going to call this nameplate bar, like I was saying, and we're going to rename stat bar. Okay. We're going to open that up and also open up the tooltip stat bar. And we're going to open up the stat bar because in here I've done the same mistake that we've done in the stat entry, in the sense that we want the watch stat, we want that to be a stat display because we want all the information regarding how the stat is supposed to be displayed, what colors and stuff like that. So where else we're using we're using this, I'm not sure, like this. If we so this now, oh yeah, this changes stuff because we're no longer initializing. Yeah, so this is not how we're supposed to do that. So this is indeed going to be this. Oh yeah, we're doing nothing for now. This is going to be called display stat. This is going to be called watch stat. This is going to be an e-stat. This is not going to be public or expose on spawn. And when we initialize the else bar, the first thing we are going to do is get the game instance reference, get the stats row, get the watch stats, store the displayed stats. Like this, hit compile, hit save, and this should have resets all the stats, all the stat bar we've set up. So we're going to open up the tooltip stat bar. I'm sorry, the focus unit tooltip. So this is else and this is mana. And this is indeed tooltip stat bar. The WGC else bar is no longer going to be called this way. It's going to be called WGC nameplate. This is going to be displaying. We have an update else bar here. We're going to update that logic afterwards because we want to display both mana bar and stat bar above the unit. So we're gonna have a new user interface, which is going to be WGT nameplate. Like this. We're going to get rid of the canvas panel. We're going to have a vertical box and we're going to have two nameplate stat bar in there. This is going to be of the desired size. The first one is going to be else. The second one is going to be mana, but we want the settings in there. In the stat bar, not in the stat bar. In the nameplate stat bar, we want settings called B use team color, because we want the else bar above the unit to use the team color, but not the mana bar. Do you see what I mean? And we're going to override initialize stat bar. We want to plug this in here. And what do we want to do? We want to check if we should be using team color. If we should not, we're going to get the progress bar, set the fill color and opacity to the color of the stats, which we now have in parameter. I think we want that Maybe we want that in the parent class actually. Yeah, we will check that. So we don't want to override this here. We don't want to have this here. We want to open up the parent class. This is going to be a Boolean. This is going to be called b use team color. Use stat color rather. And this is going to be true by default. This is going to be public. So when we initialize everything, we want to check if we're using the stat color, and if we are, we're setting this, and just doing this should put the bar to the proper color. Yep, the else bar is green. But when we hit play, it's going to be green as well here. Yeah, and we don't want that. So by default, the nameplate, this one is not going to use the stat color. And in the nameplate, so we're indeed going to override the stat bar, and we're going to check if we're using the stat color and if we're not. So how were we recovering? I'm wondering how we were recovering the units. The team color of the player. That's quite... We could be recovering this in the stat manager, which should be quite convenient. That's a question. That's a good question, actually. Or maybe... So in any case, we'll do something here. The nameplate is going to display the nameplate. And what is it going to do? It's going to break our logic here. So on event begin play, we're going to update the nameplate. And when we update the nameplate, what do? We cast into our nameplate. And what were we doing here? We were initializing the else bar. So we're going to grab the two bar we have here. We're going to make an array of them. We're going to loop. Before we loop, we're going to cast into a unit. We can do this now that we have made the stats bar work with both unit and combat units. So we want to initialize these bars with that unit. So it's we're still gonna have, I think the bottom bar is going to be blue, but it's empty, so we don't know. And I think it's still going, oh yeah, it doesn't have any color. That's exactly what was supposed to happen. And we can modify real quick the size of the nameplate. We don't care. We'll see. So what do we want to do here if we're not using the stat color? So yeah, I was wondering, this is where we were. How were we retrieving this information? I'm not sure to remember. So I'm just going to do something real quick. Oh yeah, there are errors. We don't care about that. I just wanted to check how we were retrieving the color on that team color. We're okay. Okay, yeah. So we just need to retrieve that information, I guess. Yeah, that's I'm so dumb. We could even be removing this from here because we have that information everywhere we need. So if it does not use this, it's gonna say get the team color of our hosted units. Yeah, so now it's working. The bottom bar is empty. So we're just gonna do something real quick. We're gonna say that when unit deal damage, they're going to generate mana. And it's actually quite easy to do this. We're just gonna increment the mana by the same amount of damage we deal. For now, is going to do the trick. Yeah, we're recharging our mana. So this is, and it's working as well in the tooltip, as we could see. And now they are full. Yeah. So we're just gonna do something real quick before we wrap up that video. We're not going to empty the mana bar when we are initializing the stats. We're going to do this when we start the combat. Revive and take damage and check if attacking. Set unit states. When we activate the units here, we want to fill the stats. So we're going to have fill stats. So we always want the mana to be full when we are in base. Oh, we create stat here. We don't need to do this at all. But I think we can do it here. We want to override activate units. And we want to empty the mana here. And I think it's going to do the trick. When we activate the combat unit, we are emptying its mana. Oh, we could be doing this. Yeah. I think we won't be overriding that one. We'll be overriding create stats rather. So there should be max mana here. Oh, they're not. Why aren't they? We'll see why they're not. We'll just hit play once. So they're empty. Draw. It doesn't work here. On the right, it didn't work. And they're not full here either. we're not calling this anywhere else. So mana should be full, like all the time. So yeah, on the right, it's not working. But when we're gonna hit play, they're gonna be full mana, which means this was working, and it's just our bar on the right, which is not working. Did that one? And I'm not sure why it's not working. We're updating both of these because when we increment the mana, why is it not working? I think that's just an initialization issue. I'm going to slow down the time. So his mana is full. I need another look at it. I'm not sure what's going on here. I stopped the combat, but oh yeah, we were still in slow-mo. I want to reduce the amount of mana we earn when we deal damage because I really don't get what's going on. We're just gonna increase mana by 1. We just want knight versus knight. He's gonna die faster than the other one. Or easy. So yeah, we are having the same issue that we had before. When the stat bar are being initialized, yeah, I forgot that because the else was working, but not the mana. So that was definitely an issue regarding this. So we're gonna put two guys in here. Let's see what's going on. So their mana was empty. Draw. We're back. Their mana is full. And their mana is empty. And their mana is full. So I think we're quite happy about this. So it's going to wrap up that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.